Constitution will not be saved in Washington. The Constitution will not be saved in Washington. The Constitution will not be saved in Washington.
Are you ready?
Travis Wayne Goodsell. Update to the lawsuit. The defense counsel did not return this time. Let me check again. Okay, yeah. There's Thad. As I go by his email. So, yeah, very interesting. Yeah, that's the one I recently did 4 days ago. And he has not returned the waiver of summons this time. Very interesting. So he's not doing it as quickly as last time, because I would have expected it to be sometime in the afternoon today. So maybe he's waiting for orders from the leaders of the church, his clients. And I would assume that would be what it's for, that he can't do anything unless after consulting with his clients. So, interesting. So they want time to examine the new information. So let's go over the new information with you then. Let's see, I've already got it up here on the screen, so we'll just go off of this. And there's the amended. Okay. And okay, the corporate structure still the same. Nature of the case. So this was new. And so on September 9th, 2020, the plaintiff filed in accordance with his First Amendment rights, case number 20-006-33, Magistrate Judge Jared C. Bennett approved the plaintiff's complaint, though 9 days later, during which time the United States Attorney General William Barr spoke to prosecutors, encouraging them to file sedition charges against Black Lives Matter protesters. I just caught it. Because I go after Oaks also for his conference where he attacks Black Lives Matter protesters as well, saying if they are upset that they need to take them to court. Oh, that is brilliant, Travis. Wow. I amaze even myself sometimes. Wow. Didn't even think of that. Huh. So, interesting. This time around, it was approved because I filed it under the old number, because that's what the order told me to do. Similar to the last time where Judge First ordered me to amend it, and I did under the same thing. So, interesting. So yeah, I think they're wanting to go over the changes because the nature of the case really sets up a... Wow. Okay. And then Judge David Barlow was first assigned to the case but recused himself the very next day. Judge Bruce S. Jenkins, however, did not recuse himself despite his affiliation with the defendant, for which the plaintiff's complaint already included previous judges from case number 219-00711 for sedition complaints. On 8 October 2020, Judge Jenkins ordered the dismissal of the plaintiff's complaint without prejudice. The plaintiff has not yet received in the mail the judge's order, but plaintiff suspects it is because of the notice of a typo upon service of the complaint upon the defendant, which according to the law for pro se litigants is not to be held against them. The plaintiff is submitting his complaint as the court delays and violations of law are acts of treason during a national crisis of a coup d'etat from domestic terrorists acting under orders of foreign terrorists to subjugate America to return to a monarchy. Yeah, so, yeah, wow. I don't memorize, so I sometimes surprise myself with what I previously wrote. Wow. For which the defendant plays a complicit and active role as terrorists themselves. You wanted me to take it to court, did you, Oaks? And then I get into the presidential debate where the national executive, I do not call him by name, gave orders to white supremacists, and specifically to the white supremacist group Proud Boys, to stand back and stand by. When he was specifically asked, will you tell them to stand down? Nope. And then the Proud Boys responded. And in 2020 vice presidential debate held right here in Utah, the vice presidential incumbent likewise signaled white supremacists using the KKK slogan of America First. Yeah, they're going to take some time on this one, it looks like. And most likely deal with it tomorrow at around 10 a.m., depending on whether Bednar has to participate in the G20 religious thing forum held in Saudi Arabia, a known enemy of America. And so, yeah, their connection to terrorism is confirmed. And plaintiff is Mormon of the defendant, who claims true succession of the founder, Joseph Smith Jr. Joseph Smith told of a day when the United States Constitution would be in jeopardy as our government would be under attack. Former CEO of the defendant and former United States Secretary of Agriculture Ezra Taft Benson told BYU students at a devotional that the Constitution would not be saved in Washington, meaning America would fail to save America from the coming, i.e. current, threat. We're not going to win this election, guys. We're not going to save America. It ain't coming. In Joseph Smith's Book of Mormon, and here I go. 1 Nephi 1. There is the coded future date when the future coup d'etat would occur. In Joseph's Doctrine and Covenants, section 4531. So they're probably searching their scriptures now. How did he get the date? What's the date? How does he figure that out? Where is he getting this from? Coded? I don't understand. Are there anybody left, Ballard, who remember the decoding that was necessary for the Doctrine and Covenants? Are you able to do it again? Are you able to get the ones you missed? Such as the Book of Mormon? In Joseph Smith's Doctrine and Covenants, 4531. Oh, another one Ballard missed. And 103:16, he adds the date for when this enemy would unleash a viral weapon of mass destruction. The enemy is the same who threatened America in September 1826 in Canandaigua, New York, which was prevented thanks to a reporter who triggered the anti-Mason movement. As the real American hero, the Master Mason of Canandaigua Lodge, Joseph Smith Sr., orchestrated the rescue of Captain William Morgan and took over the publication of his book to warn the American people, titling it The Book of Mormon. yeah, they're taking their time on this one. Yeah, they now have yeah, this is going to come as a big shock to them. Okay, so, yeah. And I did the full reading in the reading playlist of the 2020 lawsuit. There's a other reading of the older lawsuit. Make sure you get the new one, the 2021. But, yep, to give tribute, the enemy built a temple in Nauvoo, Illinois, with the symbolism of their triumph, dedicated on 1 May 1846, the anniversary of the terrorist enemy, the Illuminati, organized in 1776. And so here I explain the Eagle Gate, which I corrected, which I said, I suspect it's because of this that my case was dismissed. But Brigham Young's son, Don Carlos, sculpted his father's homestead Eagle Gate entrance to identify Brigham as Illuminati, as the Salt Lake and Logan temples likewise included the Illuminati sign. To follow the Book of Mormon, Helaman 6:22, the Book of Helaman 6:22 in the Book of Mormon. It is for this reason that all judges of this court who are affiliated or compromised by the defendant must recuse themselves, as Judge Barlow did, whereas Judge Jenkins refused to recuse himself. Do you not understand, guys, how serious this is? This isn't stuff I'm making up. This is factual, historical information that I single-handedly have connected the church to. Whereas all other church historians are dabbling in, oh, Joseph was practicing witchcraft. Oh, Joseph was a polygamist in secret. No, guys. It's much more serious than this. It's the fate of our nation. And it wasn't Joseph Smith. He was the one that saved it back in 1826. How do I get it to the masses? So, I really hit them hard this time. Good for me. Alrighty. So, yeah, there won't be anything on the court unless Judge Jenkins chooses to recuse himself. The thing is that I think Trump will destroy America before I can get anybody to respond on this case. They're going to purposely drag it on. So we'll see. And here I thought I was just going to be a distracted showpiece on the internet, going up against the church way back in 2019. But the church immediately shut down my website to prevent me from setting the whole thing up, to let everybody know. And as a result, I thought, okay, well, the Gaddy versus Kate Birmingham, I thought she was going to do something, and having followed her case, she's getting her butt kicked. The church is just stringing her along with the judges, and so yeah, I'm the one that's gonna save the world like Joseph Smith Sr. Oh dear God, it is ugly. Yeah, it's ugly. The news, listening to what Trump, I told you, he had to die. If he gets the virus, he has to die. He's all the risk factors of serious higher percentiles, and now he's cured. You don't get cured without a vaccine. He's declaring to everyone he was given the vaccine. This was a cover stunt because little sweet Hope Hicks, oops, he blew his cover. And I knew somebody was going to blow his cover one day. And I told you, he has the vaccine. And guess who else has the vaccine? Nelson? Nelson? Are you wanting a one-on-one visit with me? Face to face? Yeah, well, it ain't gonna happen.